Hey, welcome back to the Survival Challenge on New Frontier, Episode 2. Oh, look at all the sawmill has been busy since the last episode. I sold a bunch of trees from it. Did like the wood delivery option for selling. So people came and picked those up and we got a nice lump sum of money. I've been busy doing forestry. Going to check the first pallet. Well, it only requires one pallet of each at the moment. So we're going to chuck these pallets into the construction. The rest I think we're going to go sell. We need some money. Forestry is a pain in the butt. So, will that go up there? It sure will. So we're going to get into making a field today, hopefully. That's the plan. We've got some money. Fine. With a little bit of extra money from these planks and beams, we should be fine. I did do a lot of forestry off camera since the last episode. Like I said I would. Cleared out a bunch of trees. We're doing well. Let's have a look actually. So let's put this on and have a look how our construction's going. How are we? That's weird. We've gone down to 999, but the others haven't moved at all. Hopefully that's not bugged out. Strange. But yeah, we've got a few pallets here that we're going to load up onto the trailer and the pickup and drop them off and deliver them and get some more money for them. Should be worth quite a bit of money, I imagine. One of them, I think the long beams, is it, are worth, all the beams, sorry, are like 5,000 per 1,000 litre, so we're going to get a good lump of cash from this. Can't move it, never mind. I have got liftable pallets and bales mod on. I could be using forks, but we don't have anything with forks at the moment, so. But yeah, I think I do need to do a bit more forestry. Our wood is running low now. I did, like I say, sold a bunch of lumber off screen between the last episode. But these, I'm looking at plans for today. This is my thinking. Forestry can only go so far. We need fields in. Winter's not that far away. We're in autumn, so. Thinking about getting in this Landini. It's pretty decent horsepower for the price. A nice little starter tractor. It does quite well at 97 horsepower, so. That's my thinking, getting this Landini as our first starter tractor. It's not a bad choice. It's decent horsepower. And we're going to need a plow, obviously. And I'm thinking of this Lizard 6-meter plow. We'll be able to operate it nice and easily. Because I'll show you where I've marked out a rough... You can see the forestry work I've done down there. And I've marked out a rough idea of the field. It's going to be a long, narrow field. Only because that's the only area we've got. I was going to come up through here, but it's quite hilly. So I might just stay on the flat. But yeah, I could come across there, widen it a bit. But I might just keep it on the front bit down there, just the narrow, long strip of field. And we'll probably end up doing barley or wheat in it. But let's have a look at the statistics and see how many trees I've cut. 50 trees cut down since I started playing on this map. 18 in the last hour or so since I've been playing today. That's a lot of trees, 50 trees. Granted, I am just winching them and pulling them up to the sawmill. Why not? Who wants to drive half across the map to sell wood? And I'm using it to build my planks and lumber as well. And they are worth quite a bit of money, really. Goodness me, we could be swimming in cash quite quickly. And that's good because I'm as bored as I am of forestry, I'm still going to need to do it anyway. Because we're going to need these materials. I'm going to need the space to put some new fields in, but we've got a bit of money coming our way. It should be good. I'm going to need to do more forestry, but I've got lots of areas I need to clear out. It's looking good. This thing has paid for itself like 4, 5, 6 times over almost, I think. So it's really good piece of equipment. Can't do prefab walls or anything like that, so we will have to advance eventually. But yeah, you can see I've cleared out a few trees around here. I've emptied this out. I was going to leave like a little narrow driveway between the trees coming up. I'll see how that goes. It depends how the field ends up sitting when I've ploughed it. But yeah, it's looking good. And look at that sun coming through those trees. It's just gorgeous. I'm not sure if I'm using it for the thumbnail, but I did take a screenshot and it was absolutely brilliant. It's just beautiful. I'm looking at skid steers now. Stump grinder. Ooh, that's a bit XE. But something like the Avant, maybe. It's got a stump grinder with it. Or the John Deere, maybe. I don't know. But that's, yeah, it's only 20 horsepower. That ain't going to do much. At least with something with a bit more horsepower, I could. But it can run a stump grinder. So that's an option. Could look at the John Deere. That, you know, that looks quite nice. It'd be nifty. Decent horsepower on it. You know, decent enough for now anyway. And it's only $15,000. But that's the plan. I want to get that so I can get the stump grinder going, because if we have a look at stump grinders down here, where are we? Yeah, we need the horsepower rating for that. But I mean, that can operate on the Avant, and I'm pretty sure it can operate on the John Deere too. So that's what I'm thinking. Tractor, plow, and a skid steer with a stump grinder, so I can start clearing up more land. Yeah, where's the stump grinder? There it is. It's a little dearer than the standard one. I mean, than the other skid steer stump grinder. But I'm not sure how much different it'll be. But we'll have a look anyway. That's the plan. I think first things first. Just waiting for a pallet to finish in there. And then we'll run off and do a delivery with that load. Yeah, because I've got to get rid of these stumps, clear some land. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think the John Deere might be the way. It can take the stump grinder as well, so you know, it's an option we've got. I'm just thinking it should be okay. Because I've got field stones on. I was wondering if it could do field stones, but I don't think the skid steer has options for that. Bucket option. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to wait for these last pallets to finish, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh my word, it is so foggy out here. Look at this, I can't see. Going through that back there, I couldn't see a blooming thing. I couldn't see in front, nothing around me. It was just a white haze, or grey, like this. Like, see? Terrible. My gosh, like I'm in like The Walking Dead or something. Jeez. And now I can't even see if I'm going the right way. I'm getting lost in the fog and the fog. It's probably not a good idea to go through the forest in the fog. Oh, look at that, it cleared up. Must just be that little elevation, that lower point down there, like a valley of sorts. Oh, strange. Very thick. Oh, here we go. Look at it, you can see it's in the distance. Like pea soup, as my old man used to say. God, that was daunting. I couldn't see a thing. I thought my game was glitching out for a moment. It was that bad. Right, we're heading this way. We've got our planks, our beams, and our planks long, whatever they call them, long planks. Should get us a bit of money. I'm trying to think where we are going. Farmers market. Right, because I don't get paid for these if I drop them into my construction, so I won't be dropping them in there. It's still not ticked over from the 999. It's stuck at that, and it's not consumed any of it. It's not ticking over at all, so I don't know what's happening with it. Just monitor it throughout the day and see what happens. Where is... It's not here because this is the shop. Where the heck are we? And it's gotten foggy up here again too. The fog's chasing me, people. Well, let's have a look. Let's put the marker on so I can see where we're going at least. Just... Is it here? Yeah, am I here? No, it's not here. Where am I going? Is it this way? nothing behind here. I've not sold, oh gosh, because I unstrapped my load. Whoopsie. Oh dear. We dropped a pallet. Damaged goods. And it landed on its side. Well, of course it's going to land on its side because that's where I had it. Oh God, I can't see with these pallets. And the forks might be a better idea in the long run because at least then physics is kind of realistic. Yeah, strap in there. Thank you. There we go. Don't tell anybody I dropped that pallet, that I'm selling them. But yeah, it's a decent load of lumber we've got here. 2 pallets of each. I'm going to say... I'm going to say about 20,000 for all this, maybe. We'll see. About 20 grand, I reckon. Just as a rough calculation. What's that? 10, 16, 17... Yeah, about 20 grand, I reckon. Where are we? We're around here somewhere. Is that it? There? Oh, I thought there might be a... Can we drop them off in this? Nope, we can't. That must just be for greens and products, whatever. Right, we'll get there eventually, folks. I am new to this map as well. I've not sold a single thing except trees, so I guess we'll try this one. It's the only one I can see. Oh, it takes it, it's good. Let's see what we get from all this. Wow, that wasn't too bad at all. Wow, that's like $22,000 for 2 pallets of each. We are cooking. Let's go. Alright, we got some money. We can go buy ourselves a tractor and a plow. I think we'll start with those. Jesus, fog, man, look at it. I mean, I've got full beams on, but there's no traffic anyway, so I'm not really going to annoy anybody. But then again, it's just reflecting off all the mist, isn't it? Look at it. Jeez. Anyway, we're going to get a tractor and a plow. We'll focus on that first. Get a field plowed out. We'll try and lime it today and see how we go. We do need to get the seed in before... Ooh. Maybe before the end of the month, the end of today. Yikes. We've got a lot to do. Because I want to put a couple of fields and I'd like to get a field of wheat and a field of barley in there. The only things we can really plant, apart from grass maybe. But I don't really feel like doing grass work. I'm going to go for the Landini. Is this one better? No. Let's get this one. Give it some decent horsepower to it. Yeah. 92 horsepower should be plenty for a starter tractor. Yeah, I think that's about it. And that's not too expensive at all. That's fairly cheap, that. And now we can get ourselves a plow. Boom, bada bing, done. Do I want to change the colour? Nah, keep it the same. Doesn't really matter. Yellow. I'll be able to spot it easily if I lose it in the grass somewhere. And there we go. We have our first starter tractor and a plow in the second episode. Seems like I'm rushing, but that sawmill it's just a lot easier. If I had to keep chopping wood and delivering them for a few $1,000s a load. What's going on with reversing this tractor? Oh, I bought a dud. Don't tell me this doesn't hook up there. Reverse is a little, whoa, it's a little slow and then it just kicks in all of a sudden. As I was saying, yeah, I forgot what I was saying actually. Oh, the sawmill. It's just easier than carting 3 trees for a few grand. We can move the series along. Nobody wants to watch me cart wood back and forth, and I certainly don't want to be driving to the other side of the map and back doing that. Let's have a look. What have we got? We've got 39, nearly 40 grand. I'm wondering if I could get a trailer just to cart my stuff back, but doesn't look like that's going to be an option. No, I mean, this would be the trailer I would want. It's also an auto load trailer, so I could switch it up for bales, pallets and such. It's the multi one. I think Mr. CLP did a review on it just a little while, last week was it? Week before? Yeah, so I've been meaning to try them out, and I will get onto it, but not today. I was thinking stump grinders for the Landini, but I don't think we're going to have the right horsepower for it. No. Yeah, I think the skid steer is going to be the option. But not right now, I don't think. And I'm tossing up, thinking we could go the 20 horsepower. It only needs to grind stumps. But then it would be nice to have this one around the yard to pick up pallets and stuff like that, instead of being unrealistic and using my hands to lift heavy loads of pallets up. So we may go for this one at some stage. Probably not right now. I'll make a bit more money first. And we'll get the stump grinder for it. But I was hoping I could attach the buckets for the stone collecting. I don't know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get a front loader on the tractor for that. Because we're short on horsepower for the actual equipment anyway. So we could use the bucket, but that's very small. Could take a while. But it is what it is. It is a survival challenge. We've got to survive with what we've got. And I've got to get home in this fog. I hope I don't get lost. Yeah, it's pretty daunting, isn't it? Which way am I going? Good grief, thick as pea soup, yeah. Alright, we'll cut through the forest again. See, it clears up when we get to the woods. Roughly heading in the right direction. Roughly. Come through the forest with this big plough on the back. It's probably not a smart idea, is it? But I think it's funny how does the fog naturally clear in forests? I don't know. I've never been to the woods in the fog, so I wouldn't know. But look at that. Oh my gosh. They called my home country, New Zealand, the land of the long white cloud, but I think this has taken that title now. Look at it. It is just one long white cloud. Just like being back at home. Wowzers. My goodness, yeah. See you when we get there, eh? And we're back here, finally. Well, I say finally. It felt like forever driving through that fog, and it's still foggy. But, yeah, we're going to plough up this field, and we're going to get it sorted. Right. I'm pushing all sorts of buttons, sorry. I don't know what I was doing there. I had something in my mind to do, and then I completely forgot. It's like going to the pantry because you're hungry, but then getting there and forgetting why you went there into the kitchen. Or like leaving your coffee on the bench and it turns to an iced coffee. I do that a lot, but that's blamed on kids, not my memory. Partly my memory, I guess, but you know what kids are like. They take your attention away and you forget about things. Anyway, we'll try and keep this as straight as possible. I'm going to go crooked in spots, but it is what it is. And it's not going to be a very wide field. It's probably going to be, what's that, probably about 20 to 30 metres wide. I'd say about 24 metres wide, maybe. It's about 4 passes. But it's a starter field, and it's a decent length, actually, when you think about it. It does go for quite a while. Maybe not so realistic, but once we purchase land out in front of us, which is going to be a while away, I think it's about 100,000 for that, then we can extend the field and maybe cut it in half and make it 2. Right, let's just have a look at my map. Yeah. Kind of don't want to go over the border, but I want to utilize what we've got now. Yeah, I think that'll do it. And about here. Yeah. I mean, that's a decent length. It's not the biggest field, but you know what? It's a nice long field. And I'll put some grain in there. Maybe we can get some chickens once we harvest. It won't be till next year. We could always buy. Yeah, look at this reverse. I might have bought a dud tractor, you know. It's only reversing that does it, but if I get a stump grinder for it, that's going to be annoying. If I'm carting pallets with it, that's going to be annoying. So we will look at getting that skid steer. We could afford it. The John Deere's 15,000. And there's like, yeah, so it's only going to cost like 18, 19 grand. We'll be fine. We'll manage that easily. That reverse is going to get on my wick, I tell you. Never mind, it is what it is. I should have done my research on the vehicle beforehand. Yeah, anyway, I'll get to finishing up this field, and I'll jump back when I'm done. That wasn't a very long job at all. It was very quick. I've drawn lines up here because I was going to bring I used the paint texture to mark out my fields just so I've got a visual. I was going to bring the field up here, but I'm thinking I'm going to make a new field that comes up into these trees. I'll clear a lot of these trees out the way, I think. That's a lot of work to do. I've already done 50 trees. I imagine by the end I'm going to have hundreds, because we're going to need the lumber and stuff. This thing still isn't working, so I don't know. Now, I've not looked into or seen anybody do these constructible log cabins, the base game one, but I'm wondering if I placed it in the wrong place and it can't register it. The noise is there, it's working, I can hear the tools working and everything, but I don't know. And I need to get some more wood in here. I just sold a bunch of wood. So yeah. Well, I didn't sell it actually, did I? No. Yes, I did. Sorry. Yeah, so the plan is we've got all this land down here. I know it's not ideal. It's hilly. It's not flat. But I've got a lot of forestry work. I could take out a bunch of these trees in here and just have a big field coming up the hill. It'll look quite nice, I think. Oh, ouch, ran into a tree. But yeah, this is about the edge, roughly this tree here. So all of that and all of that is got to be deforested. That way I can make I can make a field out here. Plow it up, put something, barley or wheat in here, and put the opposite in the other. That's the plan. That's a lot of forestry work, but at least I don't have to trim the trees or anything like that. I don't have to delimb them and load them up into a trailer. I mean, eventually I will. It will be easier to bring a whole bunch up rather than two at a time, because that's all my winch will carry. But, I'm thinking lime production, because there are stones in that field that I ploughed. So if I wanted to do lime production, I'm just looking at what kind of money I will need. And it looks like there's so many options under productions. But I'm looking for lime specifically. We had that one I used in BR163, and that was really good. It was just stone to lime. It did a pretty good job of it. Pretty instantaneous. Well, I wouldn't say instant, but it was rather quick. Yeah, there are other ones, but they're a little pricey. I mean, we've got 49,000 at the moment. I could get it, but I also want that skid steer. It's a little XC, isn't it? It's a silage one, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting for the future, maybe. So I mean, I've got a load of mods on here. If you want them listed, let me know. I will try to get them all noted down, but like I said, I've got so many. Yeah, that's the cement factory. Seed production, which we will get into eventually. I enjoy doing that. That one there is 50 grand. Wow. Yeah, so we need a little bit of money, really, to make our own. Oh, here we go. That one there for 15. We could do that. Put stone, and I'd have to get a water tanker, but I do want to put some gardens down anyway. That's the plan. Collect stone from our fields, make lime, use that lime to lime our fields. Yeah. And I'm going to deforest all of that, I think, and clear it up and put a field down here somewhere. A decent sized field, hopefully. I really should make sure I save before I start recording, because it gets annoying. Yeah, because we can put canola in now, or we can do wheat or barley next month. We can do grass, we can do oilseed, radish if we really wanted to. But I'm not. Yeah, I think wheat and barley planted in October is the plan. Get the fields plowed and prepped, and get this area deforested first, obviously, and get the skid steer with the whatchamacallit, yeah. That one. I was hoping they had the stone collector on here so I could go and collect some stones straight away. I'm gonna have to get a front loader for the Landini to do that. And it's not a very large capacity on their tool either. It's a shame. I'm just checking, making sure none of these do stone collecting. I mean, I know you could pick stones up with those, but from the field, I mean, it doesn't look like it, which is a shame, because that means I'm going to have to get a front loader, which is 7-8 grand. We'll buy a stone picker, but we don't have the horsepower for these. That's a cheap one, the lizard one. It's a small width though, but we haven't got a very big field at the moment anyway. But then you're looking at 7.5 grand plus 15. Yeah. Whoops, sorry about that. Got a message while I'm recording. These are the tools I'm looking at for the stone collecting anyway. $2,000 isn't too bad. I can pay for that. It's not a very wide width on it, and we can use it for root crops too, beets and potatoes. So, you know, it's an option that I'm looking at. But yeah, I'd have to buy the front loader. I'd have to get the front loader set up, so that's another 1,500. It's 9, 10, 11, say 12 grand to set up for stone picking. That's the plan. So I've got a lot more deforestation to do, which is clearing out a bunch of trees around here. Not necessarily up here. I do want to put some gardens down, and I do want to sort out that construction. So I'm going to do a bunch of forestry, and in the next episode, hopefully this is all cleared, and we can get into clearing the stumps and ploughing around here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.